What are some King's Indian attack opening traps? Have you ever wondered how to catch your opponent off guard in the King's Indian attack? This opening is not just about solid development, it also offers some clever traps. Let's break down a few traps that can help you gain an advantage. First, there is the Fianchetto Trap. After the moves one knight to f3 and to pawn to g3, if black tries to counter white's fianchettoed bishop with moves like 3 pawn to b6 and for bishop to b7, they might fall into a trap. After 5 pawn to d3, if black plays 6 pawn to d5 and then 7 knight to d2, they may mistakenly capture the pawn with 8 knight takes e4. This move looks tempting, but it leads to trouble. White can respond with 9 knight to e5, pinning black's knight. The game continues with 10 bishop takes b7 and 11 queen to f3, attacking both the f7 pawn and the knight on b7. If black defends the f7 pawn with 11 knight to d6, the rook on a8 becomes vulnerable to 12 queen takes a8. Next, let's talk about misjudging the center. After 1 knight to f3, 1 knight to f6, to pawn to g3, and to pawn to g6, if black plays pawn to d5 too soon, white can push with pawn to d4 and pawn to e4. This central push gives white a strong advantage in space and development, making it hard for black to recover. Another common mistake is overextending on the queenside. If black plays moves like pawn to b5 or pawn to c5 without proper support, they can create weaknesses. This allows white to launch a strong attack on the kingside, taking advantage of the overextended pawns. Lastly, neglecting development is a frequent error. If black takes too long to develop their pieces, white can build a harmonious setup and launch an attack before black is ready. Incorporating these traps into your game can significantly improve your chances of success with the King's Indian attack. Understanding these traps will help you navigate the opening more effectively and catch your opponents by surprise.